We got to play with the lead. We got to get the lead at some point in the series. I mean, it's going to be hard to win a game. You can't get a lead. So we got to figure out a way to create some offense early in the game and be able to hold it there. It's the first time we've really had our pitching hadn't been able to contain this offense. And I'm confident we'll be able to do that tomorrow. But, we got to play with the lead.
We'll stay there with Mark.
Mike, what was your view of Marcelo Zuna's attempt to make the sliding catch? And did you kind of see that as maybe kind of the fulcrum of the game? Because obviously 3 runs scored after that, but Jack might have gone deeper. You might have, not had to go as deep into the bullpen.
It's not an easy play anytime you have to leave your feet and go a distance and slide. So, it's a play that he's clearly capable of making, but it's not a play you can absolutely expect somebody to make. And there's a lot of other plays in the game that were a factor that I can't single that out as being the fulcrum that led to the rest of the game.
Other questions? Ben, we'll get you the microphone right here.
You mentioned some of those other plays, and it seemed like, is it fair to say that a lot of the reasons you guys are here, the things you did right all over the course of the season, seemed to get away from you tonight? Base running, some defensive plays that might have been made in the past. It seemed like the offense we've talked a lot about, but the things that had sustained the offense when it wasn't coming through gave way a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't our cleanest game, in some of those regards. Not a lot of opportunities. Got called off at second base trying to move a runner. I think that's what you're alluding to. Could have, got the lead at that point, trying to make a play. But, not our cleanest game. Some nice plays defensively. No errors, like you said, the Ozuna play. But, again, it's not a play you can absolutely expect a guy to make when he leaves his feet. But, just not a lot of opportunities to do as much. We had more tonight. Had some guys out there and weren't able to get that big hit. Took better at bats. Our guy was good again. So, we just got to be – we haven't been able to play our brand of baseball in full. We haven't been able to get into rhythm or sync, but we still have more baseball to play.
In the second row.
Can you pinpoint the reason why you say that about not being able to find the rhythm, be in sync? Can you pinpoint?
Well, I think
the reason?
it's a combination. This is a group that right now is pitching very, very well. Other side's trying too. It's not, we're in a highly competitive series, and they've done a really good job of being able to hold us off. They've been pitching really, really well. The length of their lineup showed up tonight, and weren't able to contain that. So, we just got to be able to create more opportunities and, put the pressure on them a little bit more. We just hadn't been able to get that. But, they've had a lot to say about that. They've done a nice job. They played good baseball.
Other questions for Mike?
What did you see with Jack in the 4 innings he got?
Stuff was great early, crisp. A couple ground ball hits, play that Mark alluded to. Ground ball, bunt him over, ground ball base hit, 1-0. Tough play, and it's 2-0. Then, we had an open base, like the ability, you pick your poison. We could have, put Kendrick on right there, but, you got a guy, Zimmerman, swinging the bat well right behind him. So, didn't make a pitch there. That's probably the, biggest part of that was that pitch at that moment. But I thought Jack was good, and it's 4-0, and unfortunately, we got a hit for him.
Take a couple more, Mark.
There's only been one team who overcame this deficit that you're in right now. Do you draw on that, or is it all about tomorrow for you?
It's all about tomorrow. I can tell you this, and it's appropriate for the area we're at. There is no concession speech being written. This is a team that can absolutely win 4 games in a row, and clearly we have to start tomorrow, and we've got to get after it, which we will, and we have. But anybody seen this team, we're obviously clearly in a tough spot. There is precedent for it, but this team has created its own precedent this year a lot in a lot of things we've done throughout the course of this year. So take care of business tomorrow, and then who knows, right? And this group will fight, scratch, and claw, but we're going to figure out a way to win tomorrow.
Ben, right here.
Specifically to the top of the lineup, you made some changes today and got results there in the middle, but when you don't have those guys on, what are you seeing from those top 3 on a night like tonight other than, just great pitching?
Yeah, great pitching, and just weren't able to string together consistent, the at bats that we want. Again, combination of both, right? Um, we can't and won't pin it on anybody, but we need to get that production from the top. We got it through the middle. Hosey rewarded and earned his start, and we'll get another one. And Yachty took good at bats, and like the bats Paulie took as well, looked good. So we just have to be able to, and Ozuna, of course, but it happens like this, and if we could explain it, if we knew exactly what it was, we'd do it. Clearly it's not for lack of effort or comprehension, but we got to figure out a way to get it done.
We'll finish up with Arash to your left.
Mike, obviously they've had terrific starting pitching,
Terrific.
but are you shocked, surprised by just how little offensive production your team's had?
Yeah, I
through 3 games?
mean, listen, we know. I mean, we played a series with them, and you play these guys with that pitching. I mean, you're going to be in for typically a low-scoring, situation. But I got to say this, as we tip our hat, we also got to say that we didn't expect to be, have scored 2 runs in 3 games by any stretch of the imagination. Like I say, we respect our opponent. These guys have done a great job of pitching. They've had a good game plan. They've executed their game plan. But by no means do we have anywhere close to the expectation that we would be pretty much shut down. And like I said, it can turn on a dime.